Hello, hello, this is Cara. We are on day 45 of the 100-day project, and I'm also going to do Tracie and LineDotArrow's envelope collaboration today. We're going to make envelopes out of book pages. This is my favorite idea to use with book pages. It has been around forever. It is not new, but it is my favorite. Okay, so I'm not doing a letter today because I messed up. Sundays, we're not supposed to do the letters so that it fits into the month, the 26 letters of the alphabet. And I did my fabric flip on Sunday. So oops. And then yesterday I did the G. And then I looked at the calendar and I said, Cara, you're not supposed to do that. So that's why today is not an alphabet day, because if I keep going, I'm going to be one ahead and that just messes everybody up. So today we're doing envelopes. We're joining in with Tracie Fox and LineDotArrow and doing my favorite book page today. Yay! I've done this in videos in the past. I'll see if I can find them. Like I said, it's not new, but it's my favorite, and I'm going to make some so that I have them ready to go in my stash. So here's an example of one I did, I'm assuming around Easter time. I don't even know when I made this, but I've had this, and then it's just a little pocket, right? You can put it in your journal either with this up, or you can put this down. You could put a magnet, you could put Velcro, you can do all of the things. And then this could be a tuck spot behind it, which is really fun. I mean, you could also do this as a tuck spot. It just is super cute, versatile, and super simple, which we all love. Here's one that I made a little bit taller. And instead of folding the book page, I took another piece so that the text wasn't upside down, and I just glued it on. And then, of course, the sewing makes it, stand out even more. So you would just go zip, zip, zip. If you wanted this part sewn before you glue it on, obviously you would sew this around and then glue it on, and then you would have your sewing all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to get my glue stick. I'm going to get a couple of these ready to go. And I'm going to glue, let's see, how many? I think it's just 2 book pages for this one. And this is 2, I think, and then this would make the 3rd, but these are doubled up. So I'm just going to do 2 pages. So I'm just going to glue. And if you're going to sew these, you don't have to be as exact with your glue. If you're not, you want to kind of make sure you get your edges. And then we smush, and then we go to the next 2. Do the same thing, and I don't know, we'll make several. Some of them I might not decorate, but I do like to have them in my stash, at least at that first stage, so then it saves a step when you're looking for items to decorate your journals. This is a good scrap buster if you have scraps to use up, or a great one also for a coordinating journal pocket. I think I'm going to use my new digitals. I do have scraps already, but I might want to use pages I haven't used yet, so we'll see. And I also have some Tim Holtz fabric scraps from the other day. I just have a little bucket of things, and I have a little pile of things, and then we'll just kind of go with the flow. I have not done any fussy cutting. I printed my ephemera pages just on printer paper, and I think I want to go back, and I bought some matte photo paper. Got the idea from Crafty by Tony. She did her little, these I think I showed yesterday, she did those on matte paper, and I'm thinking I want to print my ephemera on the matte photo paper. I haven't done it yet. Okay, so we're going to try and rip these out. I did cut, I've used quite a bit of this book. I did cut off the edge that was sticking up, and I think that makes it a lot easier to rip the pages out of the book. Okay. Usually I would go and set these under a book or something heavy, walk away, let them dry, but we have to get cruising. It's already late in the day and I need to get this video up before 7 p.m. like yesterday. Okay, and my gosh, I can't get ahead. I was on a roll before the kids are on spring break, and then I can't seem to do it. Okay, I'm gonna cut off the empty part. You don't have to do this, but it does ensure that it will fit in your journal, especially if you are using a Reader's Digest journal, because you're making this smaller than your book page. And why don't we cut that off? And it's going to make a small pocket. So I'm going to leave the top bit on. I guess I could have left the bottom part, but alright, so then you're just going to fold however tall you want your pocket, and then you simply, I leave a little space right here, and then fold this down. And that's your envelope. It's so fun and so easy. And then if you want to round corners before you glue, do that. Oh man. So let's go ahead and round some corners. This one. Oops. Come on. It could be because it's still wet. The glue. I have my fan on. It's going to be in the hundreds already here. What is that all about? I'm not ready. That's no fun. I don't want it to be in the hundreds. I'm not just... Hopefully we have another cooling spell before, because man, it's only April 8th, for crying out loud. There we go. There we go. And then we just ink and then we glue. This would have been a great mess make for March. But yeah, these are a great little pocket envelope to just have ready to go. And they're so cute. It's an oldie but a goodie, that's for sure. Alexa's telling me we have a delivery. Wonder who ordered something. I don't know if it was me or the husband. Who knows? You never know. Okay. And then we just glue our sides. I don't know if you've watched it, but Gail shared the kits, the palette kits. Oh my gosh, I was in tears. I was in tears. It was so sweet. She's so kind. Ugh. Yeah, so kind. And it just warmed my heart. She was so excited about the kits, and it just got me. Yes, I emailed her and I said, it's really nice to have someone else excited like I am about the kits, because when I share them with my husband or my kids, they're like, oh, that's nice. That's pretty. And there's not a lot of they don't get it. They just don't get it. Or my excitement for the Tim Holtz fabrics, they're like, oh, that's cool. They just really don't. And so when she was authentically excited, I'm like, oh, that's what I was hoping for. Not, oh, that's cool, Mom. Okay, I gotta go. I have to play my video game now. I'll see you later. Thanks, guys. Or my husband's like, yeah, that's great. Even my mom. I texted her the video I did the other day sharing the kits, and she's like, oh, those are cool. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. So yeah, anyway, I was in tears. It was really, really nice. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It is very, very touching. Very sweet. Okay. And the feedback I'm getting is awesome. So thanks, guys. It's really cool that you guys are liking them too. And it's so fun to go and mix and match with the fabrics. And if you don't have the fabrics, to use them kind of as a fabric. It's just, so fun. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to fold this one down. I'll have a little less of a flap, like that. And then do the glue. I usually don't do the whole thing at once. I would cut them, right? And then I would fold them and then ink them. But here I am. I'm doing it this way. So just going with it. Okay. Continue to ink this part. There's another one ready for decorating. And see, whoops, whoa. Losing my little needle for my glue bottle. But they are pretty quick to put together, which is very nice. Okay, ink. You don't have to round the edges. It's a personal thing. Whatever floats your boat. Okay. And like that. You just get a different style. You could even do like envelope corners, you know, if you kind of folded these in. If I could fold it straight, which, you know, is looking to be challenging right at this moment. For whatever reason. Cara, there we go. You could do it like that too. And then let's just trim them off. I'm going to glue them down, but I painted my nails before the video, and I don't know if they were all the way dry. So they're probably getting all messed up. And I couldn't get the other nail polish off of my fingers. I am going to round this part. Man, it was being stubborn, but they were getting to that not so pretty stage, you know, where some of the nails had nail polish and some of the others, the ones typically with all the glue, were looking a little ragged. I don't know what's possessing the fingernail polish again. For a while there, I was wearing it quite a bit. And then I thought, oh man, this is a lot of work. So yeah, I'm sure I'll get back to that again. Alright, so there's this style. I don't like that you can see that right there. But it is already folded, so we're going to go with it. Once it's decorated, you won't notice. You can always hide things with embellishments. Okay, so now we have 3 of them ready to go. And let's decorate. Well, what shall we do? Let's see. Let's look at some fabric scraps. Again, you don't have to use fabric, or you don't have to use Tim Holtz. You can use what you have. If you don't have fabric scraps, I have fabric, the words are hard. I have, let's try this again. Fabric pack scraps. Fabric scrap packs. That's what I'm trying to say in my Etsy shop. So there is also an option. All right. Ooh, and let's do this one because that's a perfect place to cut it right there. Okay, okie dokes. Let's see. Let's start with these itty bitty bits and then glue those on. Oh, and also if you didn't like the upside down text, remember you could cut this, flip it, and then glue it on. But once you decorate it, I feel like it's okay. You don't really notice. I'm just going to collage these on the pocket. I don't think I'm going to cover the whole pocket. Just add a little bit. And then it will also be fun if we added some of these, just some paper along with it, and kind of mix and match. Oh man, but this is I'm gonna have to fussy cut. Let's do a different picture. Let's do this. Straight. Can she do it? Let's ink. Just like that. Like that. Actually, let's add something. Let's add a piece of paper. You'll probably see this idea later for letter Q. I have an idea for letter Q. I want to use the fabric and the papers. Okay. I think I'm just going to leave it a little wonky like that and then do some up here. Maybe we put this. Try to straighten that out a little bit. I'm going to trim some of this off. My Tim Holtz scissors are not fabric scissors, and at some point I dinged that there's a part in here. Can't find it now. But I did something to my scissors and there's just a little ding in there and it doesn't cut as well as the rest of the scissor. Kind of drives me a little crazy. Because I love those scissors. In my mind, they help me cut straight lines. I don't think it's really true. I don't think so. But in my brain, I'm like, yeah, they're so long, they just let you cut straight. But I don't think it's really true. You should see, yeah, if you saw close up, my lines are not straight. Kind of want this one going this way and then this one going that way. Does that make sense? Kind of diagonal, but not. Maybe we put the words up the right way on that part. And then we have a little focal point here. And that would be cute. Not sure what our focal point will be. And then we still have some of the book page. What do you think of that? That one's pretty. Wish it was just a little shorter. Oh, let's do this bottom part. And then we can put these on the top part. These laser cuts are really cool. These with the thin stems are very fragile. There we go. And then let's put this guy. Oh, he's still a little tall. This. Here. And here. He's very little. Is he too small? Here, we could put these flowers kind of going down the page. Or the pocket, I mean. And then how about we put the bird right here? Brilliant. Yeah, look at that, they're so tiny. Fragile. Oh, Birdie, you need to move this way. And then this little guy. Whoa, almost broke his little stem. The bird was at it again. Outside. Squawking at our cat. It's pretty funny. If I wasn't painting my nails, I would have taken a little video. I'll have to do it next time. Did I just lose the flower? No, I think it's there. Okay, so that's cute. It's a little subtle. It doesn't totally pop off the page, but I think it's fine. And then, let's see what else we have. Oh, that's kind of fun. Let's go with that. I like that it's kind of a squatty, longer, narrower butterfly. Whoops, fits right there pretty perfectly. Cute. You could still take this to your sewing machine. You would just do the outside bits. And that would look really nice. Do we want lace? Anything? A little. Oh! I found my lid. I'm using a different lid, but I found my lid. Who would have thought? It was in my little drawer of scraps. Crazy? Are we getting crazy? I kind of like it. I think that whole patchworky kind of vibe is perfect for these kits. Boho, but not boho, you know, kind of just patchwork, and I think it just kind of works. And this is fun because this has some texture to it. And I like that it's peeking out right there. It's cute. All right, there's one. Super cute. And how about, I'm going to do a band with this paper going across the middle or at the bottom. Glue. This could be a little belly band. I'm not going to do a belly band. I'm going to glue the whole kit and caboodle on. I guess I could trim it after I glue it. Ink this edge again. Let's glue. I found some die cuts that I've done in the past. These birds we did, I don't remember, day 1 or day 2. And then this I did a couple of years ago. I don't even remember, but it's all kind of now in my new sorting system. And I thought one of these birds would look really cute right here. And then the flower. And then to tie the bottom part to the top, maybe this piece. And then this can fold, like be right here, kind of like a flap. This would be a cute one to do Velcro or a magnet. If I wouldn't have glued this part on already, a magnet would have been perfect. So yeah, I think that even just that looks really cute. All right. Well, Cara, maybe if you did this, you would have more that you could use at another time. There we go. We'll scoot you on over. And then we're going to glue this guy on. I think I'm going to try and make, whoops. I think I'm going to have more of the circle towards the top than the bottom. Just because the bird will be sitting down there and it might look a little silly, but center-ish. This is Tim Holtz. Oh, what's it called? It's the one that is 3D and it cuts it out at the same time. I think they've been discontinued, but I can't remember the name. And then I did some embossing powder on it. That's cute just like that. And I'm going to ink my guy, my bird. And this is in Elizabeth Craft Design die. Don't recall the set. I think it's an art journal set. And it's nice that it already had the double-sided tape on there. Yeah, see, the bird's head gets cut off if it was stuck down, but it's okay. And then it flips up, and there we go. Don't mind the bird. Don't mind the bird. It's fine. Cute. All right, let's use this piece. That would be a nice little front and center piece of fabric. Are these bingo card fabrics? Oh, they're so cool. Someone in my comments said that it's one of their favorite pieces of ephemera, and oh man, I totally agree. If you can get your hands on the real thing, so fun. So precious to kind of have. I think it was Margaret Seven Plaza. She was showing all her bingo cards, and I was drooling. I'm like, oh my gosh. She has a bunch. She's also in the part of the world that has more of the vintage stuff. Arizona is not a mecca for the older stuff. I think I'm going to put a little of this behind here. Or what if, what if I do that? And that? Sure. Sure, let's do it. Paintbrush would be a good idea instead of your finger if you don't want glue all over. I'm going to try and line that up with the top. And do the smush. And then put this. I'm going to have to trim it because I can't see where the center is. And fabric scissors might be a good idea. Let's see if I can round my corner. That didn't go so well. Now, let's glue that on there. Center-ish, center-ish. Thank goodness for ish, right? Yeah. I could also use, you know, a word or a bird. Maybe a green bird. Do you want a green or a yellow bird? I think I like the yellow bird. Here. I could still use a word. So let me see. Hopefully you're going to win the round of bingo. Here, here, here. Let's do it here. Okay, and now, what do we want? So my, the neutral Tim Holtz palette that the fabrics I have arrived. For some reason, I don't want to try and do this with each of them because then I'll be like way behind. But it really helps when making the pages to actually touch the fabric. Does that sound weird? I don't think it's weird. It makes sense to me. So then I can see them versus just looking at images. And I can feel them and touch them. And I want to go all the way to the edge. I think I want some of the text showing. So yeah, so I just received, I purchased and they came in the mail, the neutral ones. What if we do a little less here, a little less here? Yeah, I will be starting this. Another reason why I need to get ahead on my videos. So I can get those other ones done. People are excited about the green ones. Margaret well, Tony said, oh, I'm excited about the neutral because that's her color palette. So hopefully it'd be fun if they used the neutral ones too. All right. That's fun. I like it. Just like that. Again, some Velcro would be really cute there. So here we are with our 3 envelopes. They're so fun. Again, the sewing will be really cute. Yay! All right. Hopefully you can get some of these made and have them in your stash. They're super fun, quick. I love them. All right, so that's day 45. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be doing letter H, and I'll have a freebie with tomorrow's video. So come on back for the freebie and letter H, and as always, have a wonderfully crafty day. Bye-bye.